G'day Facebook, Cam here again from Human Electrical and Design with our first episode of the Ask a Sparkie segment that we're going to be doing for the next 14 days. So the first topic that we got asked today was from Mark. Thanks Mark, thanks for commenting. And his question was, is it important to have an up-to-date switchboard? So very, very short answer is, yes it is. And now I'm going to explain to you why. So first we've got to understand the two main products that you're going to find inside your switchboard. Okay, so if you go outside, open up your switchboard, wherever that might be, you're either going to find you're going to have circuit breakers in your switchboard or fuses, your old rewirable fuses, or you may have a safety switch. So let's explain the two. I'm going to put fuses and circuit breakers in the same column because they're designed to do the same thing. Circuit breakers do it better, but I'll get to that. So what they're going to do is they protect the cable in your house. Okay, so when your electrician wires your house, he's going to wire with different size cable for different products. Okay, so your lighting cable, he's going to have a smaller cable than your power cable for all your power points. And then you can get bigger cables again for your ovens, air conditioners, hot water services and that type of thing. Okay, so in the board, if your house is an older house built in the 70s and 80s, you're going to probably have your old ceramic rewirable fuses. Okay, so they were great in the day and did the job of protecting that cable. Okay, but now these days you don't actually know what fuse wire has actually been put inside your switchboard. So for all you know, the previous owner has gone in there, put a bigger fuse wire in, and it could be a bigger fuse wire than what your cable is designed to carry. And the risk there is your cable's going to heat up from having too much current going in and potentially break down your insulation or perhaps start a fire. So that's your fuses. Then we upgraded to circuit breakers. Okay, they do the same thing. They protect your cable, okay, from overheating and drawing too much current. They're a much better design. Okay, I've actually got one just here. That's your circuit breaker there, which you're probably pretty familiar with. Switch on and off. Okay, so they do the same thing. They protect your cable, right, but much more accurate. Okay, so these days, as a requirement now, certainly in new homes has been for a very long time, we must have safety switches. Okay, so safety switches, unlike circuit breakers, they're not designed to protect the cable. They've got one purpose, and that purpose is to save your life. Okay, so they measure current in and current out of your house or out of your building. And if there's any very minor difference in that, for example, if you're getting electrocuted, it's going to turn that circuit off and potentially save your life. So that looks very similar to your circuit breaker. This one is a safety switch, okay? And the way that we can tell it's a safety switch is it has a button here to test it. Okay, if you got a test button, you have a safety switch or a RCD, depending on what you want to call them. So push that button, that's going to test your RCD, your safety switch, something you should do every 12 months. So that's one version of it. Quite often in your house, you might have something that looks like that. Again, it's got a test button there on the side to test if it works. In an industrial or a commercial premise, you might have one of these big bad boys. Again, you've got a test button here to test. So that's how you know if you've got a safety switch. So to recap on that, if you've got an old switchboard that only has rewirable fuses or circuit breakers without any of your safety switches, then there's nothing preventing you from getting electric shock should there be a fault situation in your home. So if your switchboard doesn't have a safety switch, give your Sparkie a call, get it upgraded. If you're in a rental property, speak to your landlord or your real estate, because it's a requirement now that you have safety switches in a rental property. So I hope that helps. Keep the questions coming and we'll speak soon. Ask a Sparkie. Thanks guys. Oh, and don't forget, it would mean the world to me if you can share this video with anyone who you think it might help. And if you've got any questions with anything to do with the electrical industry, ask me for the next 14 days. I'll be answering your questions. Hope you have a great day. Bye.